Are you thinking about moving to Memphis, anywhere in West Tennessee or North Mississippi? Well, let's talk about what it's really like here. This is part 2. In this video, we're going to talk about where to live, the top suburbs. We're going to talk about the crime. We're going to talk about the top schools. We're going to rank them. We're going to talk about all of that today. Yes, I'm Sondretta Green, your go-to realtor, Homes for Heroes affiliate, and relocations expert here, licensed in Tennessee and in Mississippi. So whether you're moving to or from, you might be leaving for work to go to another location. Well, I would love to serve you, whether you're moving in 6 days or 6 months or even next year. Go ahead and give me a call. My number is located right there, or text me, or better yet, there's a link, 2 links in the description and in the pinned comments. One for you that are relocating here, and it's a free home buyer strategy session. You'll click on that link, fill out the form, and me or one of my team members will get with you, and you can go ahead and book on my calendar for your free home buyer strategy session. And if you're leaving here and you need to sell your home, definitely click on that link as well, because we have a free sellers strategy session as well. Welcome to my channel. So let's dive in. Let's talk about these top suburbs. And oh my God, I'm so excited. And then first, we're going to talk about the distance from these suburb areas to downtown Memphis, because there's so much to do in downtown Memphis. If you missed my last video, go ahead and check that out, because we talked about things to do here in West Tennessee, Memphis area. So on this map, let's go to the map. You see Collierville located there in the east of Memphis. Then you see Germantown. It's right next door to Collierville. Then you see towards northeast, you'll see Fayette County there, which is Oakland, Arlington, Tennessee, Mumford, and Atoka, and then Lakeland as well. Then you come west, you'll see Cordova and Bartlett. And then you see East Memphis. Then we see Midtown and Downtown. So Collierville to downtown is like 32-minute drive, 25 miles. Germantown is like I said, Germantown and Collierville, they're just sister cities, but they're definitely identified as different suburbs. 29 minutes from downtown, 15.6 miles. Arlington and Lakeland are right there like sister cities or brother cities. They're just next door neighbors, let's just say it that way. 36 minutes and 27 miles from downtown. And then Atoka and Mumford, they're right there together, 41 minutes away from downtown. And that's where the Naval Air Station, a lot of people live there. Smaller, tight-knit communities. Cost is very affordable, as we're going to dive into that. But anyway, 41 minutes from downtown, 26.8 miles. And then we go south, and Olive Branch, Mississippi, and South Haven, Mississippi are 2 very popular suburbs. 33 minutes and 19 miles for Olive Branch, and 13 minutes and 15 miles at South Haven. Now, let's dive into these top suburbs and top neighborhoods according to niche.com. So things change. So I got that resource down in the description block, so that you can just go to niche.com and just dive a little deeper to check the schools and to check the communities. And then you can just go out there also, and it talks about the crime there as well. All my references are in the description below. So we got Collierville. They have the top schools, friendly neighborhoods, shopping, communities, and a lot of events going on. And we're going to dive deeper into each suburb as the videos progress more and more. Then we have Germantown. It has upscale living, safety. It's very safe. Proximity to medical centers is very close. And then Arlington and Lakeland is growing, newer construction, a lot of affordable options. Then we have Atoka and Mumford, quiet, small town charm, close to Millington Naval Base. So the NSA Mid-South Naval Base is not too far, 15 to 20 minutes away. Then we have Millington is actually where the naval base is. And the cost of living is really low and housing is very inexpensive there. We'll get into those prices. Then we have Olive Branch, Mississippi, and South Haven, which is great value, lower property tax, but they do have state income tax. Unlike Tennessee, we do not have state tax. And they have a lot of new developments. So there's a lot of growth going on in that Olive Branch and South Haven areas. So let's talk about the current real estate market overview. Let's dive into there. The new construction versus resale. We're going to go over some of the existing homes. However, for the new construction, there's a lot of new construction going on. And like we said, in the Atoka, the Mumford, Millington, Arlington, Lakeland, and Olive Branch area, and even Collierville. So what's happening, I can definitely attest to the Cordova, the Arlington, Lakeland, the Fayette County areas, and in Mississippi. These builders are offering a lot of incentives. So with the existing homes, you're going to get the market rate interest rate. But with the new construction, the builders are offering $10,000, $20,000 incentives to use towards closing costs. And then also to buy the rate down. A lot of these builders are offering incentives to buy the rate down. A lot of them, you have to use their preferred lender. So we'll break those down as you contact me and look into getting a new construction home. And as I go into more videos, we will be sharing what the options are at that moment because things change from month to month. But a lot of them are buying those rates down permanently. So your market rate may be 7% or in the high sixes. But with a lot of the builders, you can get interest rates in 4s and 5s, definitely. And then if you have your own, down payment or closing costs as well, then you can use that money to buy your rate down because the builders are already offering closing costs. So those are some options for the new construction versus existing builds. So let's dive into these existing builds, the cost, the median. So we're going to start with Arlington. The median house price is $449,000. Very competitive, moderate inventory. It's a strong suburban demand, high rated schools. New construction is driving higher value in the Arlington area. And the Lakeland and Arlington area, they're right there together. Collierville, the median home price there is $585,000. It's high and steady. It's appreciating. And then it has gone up 1.9% this past year. And it is the most expensive Memphis suburb. Luxury developments, and it has the top tier schools. So that's sustaining that market for sure, the top tier schools. Then we have the Atoka and the Mumford area, which, like I said, is 15 to 20 minutes away from the base. And that's $325,000 is the median house price. It's a balanced market, buyers and sellers. It's balanced. And then the suburb is in Tipton County. And it has a slower resale turnover at this time because a lot of military, they're moving, but they usually move in the spring or in the summer. So they kind of really drive that market there. And then we have Millington, which is very, very affordable. And that's where the military installation is located, right in the heart of Millington, Tennessee. $240,000. And it is improving steadily. Affordable, military community, constant demand, and with the Navy civilians that are there as well. Then we have Olive Branch, Mississippi. That is sitting at $330,000 median home sale price, and it is balanced. The market's pretty balanced there between buyers and sellers, and the median days on market and before the homes are pending is 28 days. So houses are moving pretty quickly there, and it has dipped slightly. Dipped after a rapid 2023 and 2024 growth that was, right after COVID. But it's still the strongest in the DeSoto County. So now let's talk about Memphis, the suburbs of Memphis. You have River Oaks and East Memphis. It has luxury homes and it is near the top private schools. And so that price range, the median listing price is $575, $900. And then they go up to the millions there in that area. And then we have High Point Terrace. Is classical architecture, popular among young professionals and popular among professionals. A lot of medical district folks are there. And so we have $365,000 is the median list price. And then we have Central Gardens in Midtown. It is just so much to do. You have historic homes, arts. It's the art district, just parks, trails, eateries, you name it, shopping. There's so much to do in that Central Gardens Midtown area. So the median house price is at $315,000. Now we dive into the Riverside and South Memphis. Those are the most affordable high investor areas. So those are $62,000 and $90,000. Then we go on over to Cordova, which is a family friendly and strong resale demand. Man, Cordova was really hot this summer and is definitely in high demand. $240,000 up to $285,000. And then they do have some that are well into $500,000 and $700,000, but this is the median. And then Whitehaven is where Elvis Presley mansion is, and so much to do there. It's $125,000 to $180,000. Affordable housing with an improving appreciation potential. So that's the Memphis area that we've covered. So we've talked about the houses. We've talked about these best suburb neighborhoods according to niche.com. So next we're going to dive into a very important area when you're relocating here with a family: schools. So according to niche.com or bestschools.com, these resources are below in the description blog. So let's go ahead and dive in. Collierville schools are the number 2 out of 147 schools in the state of Tennessee. They're in the top 1%. Overall rating is a 10 out of 10. And we have, you see the schools there: Crosswinds Elementary, Terra Oaks Elementary, and the high school. Then we have Germantown schools. It's in the top 5 in the state and top 3%. 10 out of 10. Then next we have Lakeland School System. This is further east, and that is top 5%, 10 out of 10. Next, we have Arlington, which is right next door to Lakeland. Top 5%, 10 out of 10. And then we have Atoka, which is the Tipton County Schools, and Mumford, which is Tipton County as well. So Atoka is the top 20% in the district, 8 out of 10. And then we have Mumford, which is the top 25%, 8 out of 10. And then we have Millington, number 118 out of 147. It's in the bottom 25%, so it's 5 out of 10. And next we have Memphis, Shelby County Schools. So this is the public schools. It's 6 out of 10. And Memphis does have some of the top magnet schools and top optional schools and a lot of top private schools as well. However, they remain below the state average. So next, let's dive into this crime because, Memphis has been in the news quite a bit the last few months. Everybody knows that the National Guard is here. And so we're going to just, this is very, very important, the safety and the security of you and your family and, being here and living in Memphis. So we're going to dive in, and I want you just to think about this too. All of these companies and corporations are coming here to Memphis, Tennessee for a reason. It's very affordable. There's a lot of growth, and the crime has been going down as well. So let's go ahead and let's dive into the crime. So Collierville, the overall crime is 42.5% lower than the average. Now, these are based on the national average. Very safe suburb. Most crimes are property related. One of Tennessee's 10 safest cities. One of Tennessee's safest. Okay, now we get into Memphis. It is much higher. 6,860 per 100,000. That's based off the national average. Very high. Violent crimes, you see it there, 2,380. It says crime is trending downward. Violent crimes dropped 9% in 2025, but still among the highest in the U.S. Then we have Germantown. It is 26.9% lower than the national average. And then extremely safe, affluent, well policed, very low violent crime. Arlington, once again, 40% lower than the national average. Family-oriented, growing communities with average U.S. crime levels. Average. Lakeland, 50% lower, safe, newer community, low violent crimes, slightly higher property crimes. Then we get into Atoka, 70% lower. It is the quiet, small town feel among Tennessee's safest towns. And then we get in Mumford, near national average overall. So it's average, and it's has slightly above average violent crimes, but lower property crimes. Now, last we have Millington. It's 108% higher than the national average, and it's saying it's high crime concentration near the naval base. So there you have it. These stats are pulled off of niche.com. And so it is, a good thing to just go out there and research the areas. That's why I just want to put the information out here, because you want to know. And when I relocated with my son and with my family all over the United States and all over the world, these are the things I wanted to know. Where is it safe to live? What about the schools? What are the prices of the homes? And so I just definitely wanted to get this information into your hands and then just tell you how to go ahead and research that and where you can find it. If you're relocating to or from Memphis, the West Tennessee area, or North Mississippi, give me a call. My number is right there, or shoot me a text, or better yet, there's 2 links below and in the pinned comments or in the description. One for if you're moving here, another if you need to sell. Fill out those forms and you can book a slot on my calendar, and myself or my team member will be in touch with you quickly to schedule your free home buyers or free home sellers strategy session. Definitely stay tuned for my next video, where I'm going to be comparing Nashville, Tennessee to Memphis, Tennessee, so that you can know, what's best for you. Maybe you want to be in East Tennessee, or maybe you want to be in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm going to show you why Memphis, Tennessee is definitely where you want to be. So if you like what you saw here, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Share it with others. If you know anyone that's moving here, and a lot of military are relocating and they're searching and they're finding my videos, definitely, if you know anyone, whether they're corporate, military, anyone moving here, share it with them, and stay tuned for my new videos. And I look forward to serving you, whether you're moving in 6 days or in 6 months. I look forward to helping your relocation be seamless and flawless. Thanks for coming to my channel. I look forward to working with you, and stay tuned.